Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Grizz TV. I am Luke Shepard alongside my partner Tyler Young. Happy Valentine's Day and also happy Senior Day here at the Spurlock Center. Franklin College seniors will celebrate for their graduation, and what will be there for the men's team, their second to last home game of the year before the tournament, if they are potentially to host one, and same with the women's team. This is their last home game of the year before the tournament. Tyler, obviously these are two really tightly contested teams.
Yeah.
We've talked about Senior Day, we've talked about all everything that's happening today, but this is a major rivalry, and both of these teams currently tied in record and in conference record.
And how fitting for Valentine's Day. This is a match made in heaven pretty much. You got two rivals coming in here, both with the same record in conference and non-conference, sitting at, I believe, 5th and 6th or 4th and 5th representatively in the HCAC standings. So whoever wins this game will get the advantage over the other, and that's pretty crucial when you come down to the late stretch. You're fighting for a home game here in Spurlock for the conference tournament, and yeah, this is going to be a really exciting matchup. Both teams are eerily similar in how they play. Hanover, they're actually eerily similar to Transylvania. They got good size. They can shoot the ball. They move the ball really well. They don't turn it over a ton. And Franklin College, they love to harass the ball. They get in the pass lanes. They trap all the time. They're always on the ball, on pressure. So I'm very looking forward to this matchup. And also the women's game at 3.
Absolutely. We haven't said that yet. This is a doubleheader. The women's game is at 3 o'clock, so that will be right after this one. So we have our senior walkouts right now, so we'll leave you and we'll be right back.
His future plans include getting his CDL. He's looking forward to starting his own business. Avery's favorite memory with the program is meeting the team for the first time and getting their first win against Olivet this year. From Ladoga, Indiana, number 55, Avery Saunders. The next senior we would like to recognize is Will Spellman. Will is accompanied by his dad, Robert, his mom, Laura, his stepdad, Buck, and his brother,
All right, we weren't sure when those senior walkouts were going to come, but they did, and we still have a few minutes before this game, so we'll give you just some nice talking points to go over. Last time these two teams played at Hanover, Hanover came out on top with a 9-point win. Cooper Matthews had 23 points, Jesse Ferris 10 points, the only two Grizzlies in double figures that time.
Yeah, and there were also 45 total personal fouls in that game, Luke, which means 9 players in that game could have fouled out.
Yeah.
The refs were not holding their whistle. We'll see how the dynamic it changes today. Maybe they're letting them play more physical. Maybe they're going to react the same and be honing in on that whistle all night. We'll see. But I think it came down to the fact that Hanover was able to shoot, I believe, make 12 more free throws than Franklin College was, and that ultimately would give them the 9-point edge to get the win at home.
Yeah, and both teams didn't really shoot very efficiently from the field, and that's not something you see, especially from Hanover. Hanover, a team that shoots about 45% from the field and 35% from three. And last time out, they were able to dominate the paint. But usually, this is a team that moves the ball really well. They average about 16 assists per game and only 10 turnovers. So they're very good at moving the ball while keeping it safe.
Oh, yeah.
Controlling possession of the game. And they've also, they've just been a highly efficient team. They out-rebound teams. They've had a really good season, but they're better on the stat sheet than their record would indicate. But they have shown struggles defensively. They haven't been able to completely dominate teams on the other end of the floor, and I think that's something maybe the Grizzlies are going to have to look out for.
Yeah, you said it. This Hanover team's very comfortable moving the ball and finding that open shot. It's usually around the perimeter. They've got 4 guys shooting either just above or just below 40% on the season from 3. That's a very impressive numbers from Hanover. One thing that Franklin College is able to do is they create a ton of pressure on those guards to move the ball and take care of the ball in general. Franklin College comes into this contest, forcing 16 turnovers on their opponents, while Hanover only creates 10 turnovers of their own per game. So if I'm Franklin College, I'm really making sure that the Hanover guards are not comfortable at all in this matchup.
Yeah, both teams are going to be attempting to really impose their will on their respective sides of the floor. And Cooper Matthews, obviously, a forefront of Franklin's offense and kind of the pace setter, but he's going to have to make a massive impact. 23 points last time against Hanover, 21 points in just their last game against Transy, where they lost by 15 points. So this is going to be, a game where Cooper Matthews is going to have to kind of show out again and either stack up that box score in, a scoring category, or he's going to have to get his teammates involved.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, Transylvania came in here and kind of punched us in the mouth just last game. They played very well. They were creating inside while also creating outside shots. They were just playing. They had a fantastic game plan coming into this one. But I also think you got to take a look at Franklin College's. Transylvania went on these streaks of scoring that Franklin College was just not able to keep up with. So today you can't let Hanover get streaky on you. You got to stay disciplined. Make sure you don't let them create these open looks that will ultimately give them the advantage.
Yeah, we mentioned high efficiency. 4 players on this Hanover team, one of them that shoots above 40%, and then 3 other consistent shooters that shoot right under 40%. A great three-point shooting and field goal shooting team. So we're going to be seeing a lot of that today. As the clock goes down, we'll have the national anthem and starting lineups. We'll be right back with you after tip-off.
Today's HCAC men's basketball matchup between the Hanover Panthers and your Franklin College Grizzlies. At this time, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your hats since we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Oh, say that you see what the Lord the starting lineups for today's first game. First, the visitors from Hanover. A 6'2" junior guard, number 1, Cam Freeman. A 6'2" sophomore guard, number 2, Jeremiah Alexander. A 6'6" sophomore guard, number 11, Jack Miller. A 6'7" sophomore forward, number 32, Malachi McNair. And a 6'1" junior guard, number 35, CJ Walls. Head coach of the Panthers is John Miller. Assistant coaches are Jacob Waits and Bryce Gray. Go, Blue! Now on your feet, fans, it's time to meet today's starting lineup for your Franklin College Grizzlies. At forward, a 6'4" senior from Indianapolis, number 7, Connor McNabb. At guard, a 6'2" junior from Hamilton, Ohio, number 13, Cooper Matthews. At guard, 5'10" freshman from Mount Washington, Kentucky, number 15, Nate Wilson. At forward, a 6'5" senior from Norwood, number 42, Will Spellman. And at center, a 6'6" senior from Ladoga, Indiana, number 55, Avery Saunders. Head coach of the Grizzlies is Chris Hamilton. Assistant coaches are Gavin Dowling and Cal Price.
And welcome everybody back to where we're about to have tip-off and some interesting starting lineups today, Tyler.
Oh, yeah. Franklin College running an unusual 3-center lineup with McNabb, Spellman, and Saunders. I think part in that is they are 3 of the only seniors or graduating members of this basketball team. That's kind of a way to honor them, but I think it's a good idea by Chris Hamilton. Get your size out there early. You know, Hanover boasts a lot of size in the paint. With Malachi McNair standing at 6'7", and then Sheldon Gatlin on the bench at 6'7" as well. They've got a lot of size advantage on Franklin College, and they're going to need to make sure that Malachi McNair does not get as much success in the paint as he has all year. He's averaging 17 and 11 coming into this one. He's had a monstrous season.
70% field goal percentage from Malachi McNair. Obviously somebody who's going to be attacking on the inside, but he's not afraid to shoot it. He's shot a few three-pointers this year, and he's made a couple, so definitely something to look out for, but somebody who's going to be finding a lot of their success in the post. As Saunders will be the one to tip it in the 3-center lineup. And McNair, unsurprisingly, wins the tip, but yep. Hanover will start with possession.
And, you know, it's Avery Saunders, a transfer from Hanover. I mean, this is kind of a homecoming for him. You know, his old teammates coming into his new home, you know, kind of have to set a tone tonight.
Waltz kicks it down to McNair, who they immediately pass it around to Alexander, working on Saunders. Nate Wilson, the freshman guard, getting maybe his first start of the year, one of his first starts. They kick it out to Waltz. He's going to pop a 3. Air ball. The first shot of the game, and the bench is letting him know.
Yeah, very unusual air ball from CJ Walls. You know, he comes into this just below 40% on the year from 3, standing at 38%. A very good shooter for Hanover. He is the guy that they want shooting the ball the most. He's taken the most 3-point attempts on this team.
And Rohan Pearson, Zarian Moore still out for the Grizzlies. So Nate Wilson, this is actually his second start as McNabb from deep cashes in. The first shot of the Grizzlies' day is good, and they take an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Hanover running a 1-3-1 defense. You got to look in the corners for those open shots, and you got to, and just like McNabb did, drill them all night, all day. I mean. Yeah.
Good to see the big men stretching out to the 3-point line. Now a 3 reply here from Hanover is good.
And it looks like they ruled that McNabb 3 a 2, Luke. A long 2.
And yeah, they did. They changed it here on the scoreboard. So it's a 3-2 lead now for Hanover. That was Jack Cooper who hit the 3. Or Jack Miller, sorry. Matthews finds his space in the corner. No good. McNabb comes down with the rebound. Matthews finds Spellman. Spellman Post spin, what a move inside. Will Spellman puts it up and in.
Go to work, big man. Big move by McNabb to keep that possession alive for Franklin College. That's something they're going to be looking for all day against Hanover, who doesn't give a lot of offensive rebounds to their opponents. Looks like Franklin College has come out in a 2-3 zone of their own.
Yeah, wanting to defend that low post game of McNair, not allow him the ball. Doing a pretty decent job of it so far. McNair's going to shoot the jumper, no good. They'll live with that.
Oh, yeah, that's a shot that Franklin College is comfortable with McNair shooting all game as long as it's not within the painted area.
And here's Wilson. Gets back from Matthews. Franklin moving it around. Wilson going left. Finds Matthews on the cut. The rim runner doesn't draw the foul. He goes down hard. He misses the layup, and McNair with good defense.
Yeah, it kind of just met Cooper Matthews right at the rim. Used his body to his advantage.
And there's McNair. Found the space, put it up and in. 5-4 lead now for Hanover. Just 3 minutes played in this first half. Yeah, not a lot of people will see meet Cooper Matthews at the rim like that. McNair did a great job of it there. Wilson, nice dish. No look, down low to Saunders.
What a find by the freshman guard. Saunders on the low block. Incredible ball movement and incredible vision by the freshman.
Looked away mid-pass. He knew he was open. Walls working inside on Spellman, no good. Tip in by McNair, no good. And now here come the Grizzlies. Franklin slowing it down here a little bit.
Yeah, and if you're Franklin, you got a little lucky there that McNair didn't convert on that second chance effort. You know, that's usually a look that he's going to get in the game consistently. So that's going to be something Franklin College needs to keep their eye on. You got to get a man inside 32 and just get him out of the paint, box him out, do whatever you can.
And we'll get some substitutions here. So Avery Saunders and Nate Wilson coming out of the game. Jesse Fairs and Justin Harrington into the game. Two of the bigger bench contributors that, you know, they'll you know, get their starts, but generally they come off the bench and they're going to provide a spark.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Harrington, nearly loses it.
Yeah, Matthews is just going to have to pull it from deep. Gets the bank, it's no good. But Fairs came down with another offensive rebound for the Grizzlies.
There's Harrington wide open in the corner, and he drills it. That's something they're going to need from Harrington today. He's 14 points per game scorer. He comes in just below 40% from three at 35%. They're going to need him big time tonight in this 1-3-1 zone that Hanover's running around the perimeter.
Second leading scorer for this Grizzlies team, and a nice pull-up, Jay, from Alexander. Jeremiah Alexander, the sophomore guard from Indianapolis.
That just looked really smooth, Luke. That just looked like a shot he's comfortable with knocking down all game.
Yeah, the mid-range pull-up, Jay. Now someone who shoot with confidence. As Franklin slows it down, Harrington's going to fire another one. Bang! Harrington's feeling it. 2 early threes from the sophomore. They kick it down low. Miller, no good. Matthews comes down with it. 5 minutes played in this first half. 15 to go.
With how much early success Franklin College has had in this 1-3-1 zone against Hanover, I wonder if Hanover will have to switch out of it here soon.
Yeah, especially if Franklin continue momentum, and McNabb goes down hard on the layup. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And we're going to get a timeout here, an official timeout. Both teams going back to the huddle. The Grizzlies starting off hot offensively. 12-7 lead, 5 minutes played. We'll be right back with you after this timeout. And coming back from the break.
Into the game for the Grizzlies, number 23, Dylan Beverly.
And if you heard that over the intercom, Dylan Beverly coming in to the game.
Yeah, Dylan Beverly provides a lot of defense for this Grizzlies team. He's the only Grizzly with double-digit blocks on this team, with 35 blocks on the year for Dylan Beverly.
Yeah, an absolute rim protector. He gets a lot of those, especially in fast breaks, because they want him, defending the rim at those scenarios. And McNabb gets both of his free throws to go. A hot start for the senior on senior day. He has 4 points. And still a big lineup in for the Grizzlies, you could say relatively. Fairs, Beverly, and Benny Powell, but kind of a traditional lineup.
Yeah, 3 guards, 2 forwards, center pieces. That's usually the type of lineup we see Chris Hamilton utilize all year.
And Fairs fronting McNair as Alexander airballs the pull-up J. And here come the Grizzlies. Coach is telling him to run. Beverly fakes the pass, he goes all the way, draws the foul, and he's going to go to the line. And Franklin now getting to the line a couple times early, a good sign. After, like you had mentioned, Hanover, a team that won, you could say arguably won that game with the amount of free throw attempts they had in the last one. First one's up and in. Second one's off the back iron. Miller working on Beverly. Beverly applying some pressure. Harrington jumps in. Nearly ties it up. 10 on the shot clock. Alexander drives, nice dish inside, and McNair, easy one.
Yeah, Franklin College kind of fell a little bit of a sleep there. They let McNair get a little bit of a one-on-one against Ferris. Oh.
And a 3 from Beverly! Another 3 from the Grizzlies. A 9-point lead now.
Yeah, the Grizzlies 3 for 5 right now from the 3. They're shooting it very well. They look very poised. They look very calm. They look like a whole different basketball team than last week, the last game against Transylvania.
And a cross-court pass to Miller. He's driving all the way. No good. Benny Powell with a tough board. Here come the Grizzlies. Ferris. They reset the offense with Matthews. Beverly's open for deep. Oh, not getting the roll. And Benny Powell going for the board.
Hanover lucky. Jack Miller kind of fell asleep on the opposite wing against Beverly. Beverly not able to make them pay, but Hanover needs to do a little bit better job of defending that three-point arc, especially with how the Grizzlies are dribbling right now. Harrington might have got away with a walk there.
Very close. And nearly stolen away by Alexander. Benny Powell, pull-up J, doesn't get the roll. A close one there for the Grizzlies. And now a 3, Alexander, bang! And Hanover shortens the deficit. It's now just a 6-point game.
Some real good shooting from beyond the arc from both teams. Hanover shooting 2 for 3 now. Franklin College shooting 3 for 6. We're seeing a lot of early success beyond the perimeter. We'll see how those teams tighten up early as the game goes through.
Dish down low to Matthews. Wasn't able to finish, but he's going to go to the line again. And if you couldn't hear the stomps here in the Spurlock Center, just to clarify, Hanover's crowd traveled pretty well, you could say. It looks about even on either side.
Oh, yeah. We got pretty much a full crowd here at the Spurlock Center for this long-lasting rivalry between Franklin College and Hanover. It's just a really special game for both teams.
Matthews, the free throw is up and in, so now a 21-12 lead for the Grizzlies. Or 20-12, sorry. 8 minutes played in this first half. We're nearly at the halfway point of this period, and now that ball goes off the fingertips. It's going to go back to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and there's that ball pressure defense that we see a lot out of Franklin College. Hanover needs a timeout, I believe, to kind of reevaluate their offensive game plan. They haven't had much success with the passing. Franklin College does a great job of that, denying those passing lanes.
Yeah, and the first turnover of the game there on William Harold, who wasn't able to come down with the pass. And so an 8-point lead, 11:47 still left to play in the first half. We'll be right back with you after this timeout. And welcome back after that short break. Franklin will hold possession, a chance to make it a double-digit lead here early in this first half.
In their last home game, Franklin College had a lot of early turnovers against Transylvania. In this one, they have 0 so far, a big change in difference of how they're playing compared to that last home game against Transylvania. Very good sign early on.
Yeah, they did have a good first half, though, and then second half faded away after now Harrington not able to finish on the lay. And now Waltz taking it strong to the rim, and they're going to get a foul call on Benny Powell, who did not think that he fouled Waltz on the play, but Waltz is going to go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, and I think Benny Powell might have got all ball there, but I believe it was the body contact on the way up for Walls that was able to get him the call. You know, that's only the first personal foul on the Grizzlies so far in this one. You can live with one early on. You just don't want to make it a habit.
Yeah, 3 fouls from Hanover. Yeah, the first one for the Grizzlies, obviously winning the battle right now. And Benny Powell kind of jumped in on that free throw. I'm surprised.
I'm surprised he got away with that one. That looked like he tried to block it entirely.
Yeah, I mean, that was an odd play. Haven't seen much like that before.
Maybe it's a loophole, though. We don't know. I mean, maybe he did wait till the shot got off, but I thought you had to wait till the shot hit the rim.
McNabb now working down low after he came back in. He goes, just throws it behind his head, doesn't get it. After he was going in on, I believe that was
Freeman. He had the mismatch on Freeman, the smaller guard, but I think McNabb tried to force it up. It looked like he lost his balancing a little and didn't want to get a turnover, so you're right, he put it up behind his head, a little bit of a trick shot. He didn't want to lose the ball after he was losing his footing. Almost came down with the offensive rebound, but you got a mismatch. I like the idea. I just don't think you could have to force it.
Right. And now Harrington, after getting the reach-in foul there, Spellman comes into the game for him. And now off the screen, Alexander, pull-up Jay's no good. Beverly comes down with it, but here comes Matthews. Tries to find Spellman inside off the dish from Beverly. Gets stolen away. Waltz, nice dish, and Beverly sent it back, but they called a foul.
Now that one, I would understand why you would get mad for the call there. It looked like Beverly just kind of volleyball spiked that one straight up into the air, or set it, I guess. But regardless, it looked like a clean block and a clean play on the ball, but regardless, it's going to send Davis Olson to the line here.
Yeah, a weird angle from where we were at. We weren't able to see if there was any body contact really, but it did look like a relatively clean block either way. After the first free throw is good, it's now just a 20-15 game Hanover shrinking the deficit, nearly halfway played in this first half. Second free throw's good. Matthews will take it up.
Yeah, Franklin College starting a little bit of a scoring drought here. They haven't had recent success. I believe they're coming up on 2 minutes without their last field goal made. We'll see how they react in this offensive possession here, trying to get a good look inside or possibly even an open look beyond the perimeter.
Yep, just over 2 minutes since they've hit their last one, and Spellman draws the foul there. That'll be, I think, the 5th on Hanover. And Olsen's second. Nice dish inside. Benny Powell off the lob pass, and he put it up easy.
And it didn't look like Hanover was really expecting Benny Powell to just go up and tap one in, but he has incredible athleticism. You know, he always leads the team in the pregame dunk. Just very explosive player.
And pull-up J, no good there from Berman or Harold, sorry. And now we're going to get a foul call.
Yeah, this one's going to go on Beverly. That's his second foul of the game. Very, very rough start for Beverly as he now gets his second personal foul. Someone that Franklin College cannot afford to lose. In this one, he plays incredible defense. He has great size and length, and that's something you're going to need against Hanover today.
Yeah, and I said it was Hanover's 5th foul earlier. It says 5th on our stat sheet. It says 4th on the scoreboard, so we'll let you know if that gets resolved. After the foul there from Franklin, and put it up and in, McNair coming in off the substitution. Benny Powell working on McNair. He fakes, fade away, doesn't get the roll, and it's going to be a foul. I think it's going to stay here with Franklin, and that would be on Alexander.
You gotta be kidding me.
A little bit of confusion. They're going to send both teams to the bench here.
I think we might get a review here. It looked like Spellman kind of offered, hey, can we just review it? And I think that's what's going to happen. So if you don't know, the camera that the referees use to review plays is the camera that you see on Grizz TV. So whatever you're seeing on your couch or wherever you are watching is what the referees are going to see when they try to review this play.
Ladies and gentlemen, you basically have our view for the whole entire game.
I mean, we don't even get to see really that camera. But yeah, basically, if you're up from the commentators.
And back to that ghost foul that you had mentioned, Luke. You're right. It does say 5 on our stat sheet and 4 on the scoreboard. We usually have that problem here at home. Usually there's a phantom foul in there somewhere. Someone's got – we tally up someone for 5 fouls, but the stat sheet says 4, and we're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Hopefully that gets resolved and there's no further confusion.
Yeah, I think that I just saw that communication going on now, so we'll see if that gets updated one way or the other. But if it'd be a 5th foul, that'd definitely be a little bit of a bigger deal because Franklin just hit their 4th foul. They've had a few in the last few minutes. Yeah. The refs have been opening up the whistle a little bit.
I'm curious as to what they're reviewing here. Is some maybe extracurricular between Spellman and Alexander possibly?
I think they're trying to just figure out who to call the foul on. I don't even think they've made an official call on who the foul was on yet.
Someone offering surveillance for us.
Yeah, it was basically the same angle that we see now, but another angle, I guess. A Hanover fan who probably clearly thinks it should stay with them. The referee's still talking this one over.
You know, the Zebras are congregating. They're really making sure they get this one accurate and get a thorough look at this.
And just a reminder, obviously after this one, we have the women's game against Hanover for you, the number 2 ranked Franklin College Grizzlies in the women's HCAC conference. And, you know, there will be 2 seniors that are celebrated for their last regular season home game. Jordan Kuhn, obviously, going to go down as one of the greater female players in Franklin College history. And Kate Breeden, obviously, also a very impactful player on this Franklin College women's program.
Flagrant foul issued. Franklin number 42, Will Spellman.
Oh, wow.
Wow, so yeah, they did call flagrant, and they called it on Will Spellman. So a lot of apparently extracurricular contact. Now we don't really know what they saw. So first free throw's up and in for Harold, and they're going to get another one and possession of the ball.
Yeah, Franklin College, starting to get a little rattled. Hanover chipping away at that 10-point lead that Franklin College, I believe, 10-point lead that Franklin College was boasting. And 9-point lead, forgive me, 18-9. But Hanover now chipping away at that. Franklin College needs to kind of regather themselves, stay calm, get back into that early success that they had in the first 6 minutes of this ball game, and start to replicate that momentum. And, they can feed off the energy of this crowd unlike any other. We've seen it. We've seen them get streaky. I have no doubt in my mind that Franklin College can get back to that.
And nice dish down low to McNair, who's open on the block and ties up this game. The Hanover fans, though, providing a lot of momentum themselves. 9 minutes left to play in this first half, tied at 22. And by the way, that ghost foul that we had about Hanover, it says 4th on the scoreboard. It says 4th on our stat sheet now. So Hanover only has 4, Franklin has 5. And there goes Hanover's 5th, and that's on McNair. So you want to get him into foul trouble, obviously. If you're Franklin, Saunders goes to the line with a chance to take the lead. And that's McNair's first foul. He's got 8 points and 4 rebounds already.
Yeah, doing what he does early on in this one, setting his presence into the post. Franklin College on that last possession kind of left him in a one-on-one scenario with Saunders, and he was able to execute off. And it was kind of like Saunders had to defend on a 2-on-1 fast break. And, you got to pick either McNair or the guy driving at you, and that's a tough decision to make.
Absolutely, and ultimately Saunders was able to get to the line. He shot, made the first free throw, missed the second. Alexander looked for the pull-up, found McNair, he missed it.
That's not a shot you see McNair miss often. Franklin College got a little bit of a luck on their side on that one.
Yeah, Hanover bench was calling for interference after the net was hit. And Matthews lost the ball there. Harold, he tipped it away. He's going all the way. Hits the layup, and Hanover with one of their first leads of the game.
Yeah, since it was 5-4.
Wilson coming off the screen. Matthews dishes it inside to Saunders, who he lost possession of the ball, threw it behind him, and they call it Franklin possession, but we're going to get a stoppage of play. So both teams will go to the huddle. 24-23, Hanover lead. 7:48 left to play in the first half, so we'll be right back with you after this timeout. And coming back out of the break, Franklin will still have possession. Cooper Matthews will take it underneath the basket.
Yeah, Franklin College, one of their last 6 field goal attempts. They start to cool off after their hot start, shooting 6 of 9 from the field in those first, I believe, 10 minutes-ish. Hopefully get a good, easy bucket here.
Saunders working underneath and one! He's getting hyped against his old team. with a chance for the three-point play. Grizzlies take the lead.
And that foul goes on Davis Olson. That is his second foul of the game.
Yep, the first Panther in there with their second foul is Walls will look like he'll come in as Saunders makes the first free throw, and yeah, here comes Olson. So 6 fouls now on Hanover, 1 more, and Franklin will be in the 1-and-1 bonus. Double teaming backcourt, Wilson and Harrington, causing some distress, and Fairs is going to get caught with the reach in. And that'll be the 6th foul on Franklin. .7:30 left to play in this first half. Walls open, he kicks it from deep, no good, too much. He's been off today, not been able to fire from deep, and Matthews takes it all the way, and a strong take leads to the foul, gets Franklin the bonus, he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, you said it, CJ Walls. I mean, we said coming into this game, just below 40% shooter. He shoots the most on this team. They're very comfortable with him shooting. He is 0 for 2 from his last 2 3-point attempts, and both have not even connected with the rim yet.
Yeah, it's been a struggle today. 3 rebounds, though, from Walls, trying to get involved in other ways. And so substitution here for the Panthers. Sheldon Gatlin coming into the game, the 6'7" sophomore guard.
And, you know, Matthews now with 4 points, all 4 points coming from free throws, but he also has 4 assists for this Grizzlies squad, excuse me. So, I mean, he's been a very dynamic player out there for Franklin College, something that he's always been. You know, usually he's scoring and attacking the rim. Today, he's kind of getting his teammates more involved early on.
Yeah, kind of the pacemaker of this offense. McNair nearly loses it as Gatlin's going to fire from 3, and Matthews, hard rebound, comes down with it. Franklin holds now a 4-point lead, 7 minutes. He's going coast to coast. He dropped his man! Cooper Matthews setting the Spurlock Center on their feet. Franklin's hyped.
Cooper Matthews, big rebound on the defensive end, goes coast to coast, makes Walls fall, and gets the easy lay for his 6th point of the game.
An unbelievable play from the junior guard. Franklin now holds a 6-point lead, just under 7 minutes left to play. As we hit this timeout, John Miller is going to want to try and stop some of this Franklin momentum that just picked up. And Franklin, a really balanced box score. 3 different players with 6 points, a couple with 4, and a couple with 2.
Yeah, that's something that we love to see in Franklin College successful games. You know, against that Transylvania team, they didn't have much success. I believe they had Cooper Matthews with 21 points, and then that was kind of like it for the Grizzlies. You know, that's kind of a trend that we see in most of their losses is a lot of their guys are unable to create consistently, but when they play as a team effectively, they are a way different team.
And Harrington giving a lot of full court pressure. Cooper Matthews not just with 6 points, but also 4 rebounds and 4 assists, kind of on a triple-double pace as he comes down with another rebound, but it's going to be a foul call, and Grizzlies will just take possession.
I'm curious to see if this one was on it is on McNair. That is his 2nd foul of the game. Something that we're going to need to keep an eye on. You know, McNair, 2 fouls early on. That's Hanover's bolster in the paint defensively and offensively. He's their biggest guy. He averages 17 points and 11 rebounds on the year. Someone that Hanover cannot afford to lose, especially with Franklin College. You know, they have guards that love to attack the paint, and McNair is like an anchor down in the post. You know, he's going to kind of slow Matthews and Harrington from driving down to the paint all game. But if he has 2 early fouls, then that may promote Matthews and Harrington to drive more on him, and you know, since he's going to be playing a little scared with those 2 fouls.
Yep, definitely something to keep an eye on as the Franklins, I'm sure, will continue to up the aggressiveness. Matthews already doing so today. That 5th rebound he just grabbed did go down on the box score, so we're definitely going to be on triple-double watch for Cooper Matthews today, as that first free throw was good, but
And wouldn't that be just so special? I'm not sure if there really has ever been a recorded triple-double. I mean, not to my record or maybe even the school's account, but that would be a very special
If
outing
it has,
here.
it's not often. We'll definitely do our research as maybe we hit halftime, but Alexander.
But I think that
Taking the
just
ball
shows the versatility of Cooper Matthews. You know, he's a do-it-all type of guy, multi-trick pony.
And Harrington nearly picked his cookies there.
Swiss Army knife, if you will.
Absolutely a strong defender, as we're seeing there. Walls, nice banks in the J, and puts the lead down 32-26 now. 6 minutes left to play in this first half. Fairs, he's got a mismatch on Harold.
Oh,
He
what
spins,
a spin.
got right around him and put it up.
Using that footwork, using his size to his advantage, Jesse Ferris makes William Harold pay for switching onto him.
Alexander working on Matthews. Franklin switching everything. A lot of pressure defense. Gatlin, oh, rim runner all the way.
Oh, he's blocked.
Gatlin.
Oh, my
I don't know how
goodness.
Gatlin made the other end of the floor so quickly, but what a block from him. But Beverly able to recover on the play and give the Grizzlies a 10-point lead.
I don't know what was more impressive, the interception or the chase down block. Probably the chase down block, but Gatlin using that 6'7" frame. But luckily, Dylan Beverly was right behind Matthews to clean it up.
Yeah, either way, good play by Cooper Matthews, able to get the steal. And now a step back three, no good from Alexander. Harold comes down with it. Miller, pump fake, pull up J, good.
And that was just a real smooth move by Miller. I mean, he had Saunders kind of turned around. Nice easy pull up J, all net. Good shot to get your rhythm going.
Just under 5 minutes now to play in this first half. A 36-28 lead for the Grizzlies. Saunders catches it and a travel. He lost his footing a little bit, and it was kind of a late whistle, but they called the travel. Now we're going to get some substitutions. Benny Powell comes in alongside Jace Burney. An interesting lineup here for the Grizzlies. Burney, Benny Powell, and Saunders out there with Harrington and Matthews.
Yeah, Burney, someone who's only appeared in 7 games so far this year. He's got a 6'4" frame that Franklin College is going to look to utilize to help with that paint pressure and defensive pressure that Hanover boasts.
And good post defense down there from Saunders and Harrington. Dish from Matthews. Saunders kicks it out. Benny Powell. Franklin going to slow it down a little bit.
And you know, William Harold for Hanover finds himself down the post a lot for a guy who's only 6'2", but he plays like he's 6'5". I mean, he is denying a lot of these passes that inside that Franklin College thinks they have a mismatch on, but William Harold's playing very physical down there.
And Alexander working on Saunders, gets past him, kicks it out. Miller, fadeaway J is good. Some fans here wanting the foul called for, I believe for Alexander, who they thought got hit in the head.
Yeah, it did look like there was a lot of contact there on Alexander, but, you know, the refs kind of letting them play so far. In
the last few minutes.
In these last few minutes, you know, they had a stretch where they were blowing their whistle, but now it looks like they're kind of holding it back in these last 6 minutes of the ball game, or the half.
Matthews working on Walls. He's going all the way. Not able to finish, goes for his own rebound. Miller came down with it. Hanover looking to shrink the deficit even more. Gatlin, good! And Hamilton is going to call a timeout for the Grizzlies after I believe 7 unanswered points for the Panthers. Now just a 3-point game with 3 minutes left to play in the first half.
Yeah, we're starting to see just how effective Hanover's field goal shooting and three-point shooting truly is. They had a stretch where they had a kind of a cold streak, but we know that this team is dangerous from beyond the arc or even inside the arc. So Franklin College needs to call a timeout, you know, not let them build any more momentum than they already have.
Yeah, try to build this lead going into halftime. Both squads looking to do so. 36-33, 3 minutes left. We'll be right back with you after this timeout. now coming back from the break. Franklin with a newer lineup. Harrington, Wilson, Bernie, McNabb, and Benny Powell. Still no McNair in as Harrington step back three, no good. Bernie with the offensive board puts it up, not able to finish, ball up in the air. Anyone's game. Benny Powell came down with it.
I love the fight that I'm seeing from the Grizzlies, especially on the offensive end. They're not giving up on these missed shots. They're looking to create more opportunities.
We've seen Franklin go for offensive rebounds. I think they've had 4 today. Only a couple on the shot clock. Harrington's going to have to throw something up. They said he didn't get it off. It's going to be Hanover basketball. Good defense from the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a great defensive possession there for Hanover. But we haven't seen Franklin College since early on in the game when they shot 3 for 6. They are still only 3 for 6 from the three-point line, Luke. They haven't looked around the perimeter as early on as they did back when we had 17 minutes left in this half. Now with only 2 minutes left, we have 15 minutes without a three-point attempted even for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they really haven't been looking for it. And Beverly, after ball gets tipped away, and good defense by Wilson, but Harold put it up and in anyway on the tough finish. 2 minutes left to play in this first half.
Hanover on a bit of a 7-0 run here. Franklin College scoreless in their last 3 minutes of the game.
Hanover playing hard defense. McNabb at the mismatch, and Benny Powell on Miller. 6 on the shot clock. He nearly loses it, kicks it out. Franklin has to throw it up. Beverly from half court.
Oh, oh man, he about had that one, Luke.
It looked good from up here, I have to say.
Ever since Hanover came out of that 1-3-1, Franklin College hasn't looked outside a lot. I believe that was in part of the 1-3-1 defense that Hanover presented. They knew they would have success on the outside with that one guy just at the perimeter, but now with Hanover in man-to-man, not a lot of success outside for the Grizzlies.
And now Gatlin's going to pull up on the J. No good. Walls, what a putback. The big guard with a tough play, and Hanover's got a lead. A minute left in this first half, and Franklin is completely let up.
Yeah, Hanover now on an 11-0 run, and Franklin College still scoreless in the last 4 minutes of this contest, in the first half.
Harrington, tough take. Nearly gets the and one, but draws the foul. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. So Will Spellman looks like he's going to come in for these last 45 seconds.
Some fans very unhappy with how the refs are treating this ball game here tonight, or today. I keep saying tonight.
Harrington missed the first.
I wonder if our audience can hear that guy.
I'm sure they can. Franklin needing to make the second here, still on that 11-0 run for Hanover. And they do, so now tied up at 37, still not where the Grizzlies want to be right now. And a tightly contested game for the conference. Also a tightly contested game just today. Walls nearly stepped back court. He's on Spellman.
Ooh.
Spellman picked his pockets. Harrington, tough take, and he doesn't score.
Yeah, it looked like he lost his footing. Alexander kind of pulled a chair away from him.
And Walls double teamed in the backcourt. He had to call timeout, or else it would have been an 8-second, but
how about the perimeter D from Will Spellman, though?
yeah.
The big guy out there on the perimeter, not something you normally see, a big guy picking the pockets of a smaller guard with great ball handling. I mean, great defense by Will Spellman, but on that offensive end, I think Harrington was expecting more contact from Alexander, but Alexander kind of did a little Andrew Nembard on him, pulled the chair away. It looked like Harrington lost his footing, wasn't expecting the easy open layup that Alexander kind of allowed him to, kind of got in his head a little bit there.
Yeah, it definitely took him out of his rhythm a little bit, wasn't able to finish on the fast break. Now just 18 seconds. Hanover will likely have the last shot as both teams will come out of the huddle here in just a second.
Yeah, but just how great has this contest been? You know, we expected a heated game here between two rival schools, and that is exactly what we're getting here in this match made in heaven on Valentine's Day.
Absolutely, and senior day for these seniors, obviously an emotional game for a lot of people, a lot of alumni here, a lot of future Grizzlies here.
Oh yeah, a lot of future Grizzlies here on visits, enjoying the alumni day. I mean, it's been a fantastic day here at Franklin College.
Great atmosphere for what's like you said, a historic rivalry between these two teams. As Miller looking for Gatlin here, nearly loses it. Harold, step back three, the 48% three-point shooter just made it anyway. And the full court shot had a shot, but either way, Hanover off the tough three from the sharpshooter, William Harold, a 40-37 lead for the Panthers as they go into halftime.
Yeah, Hanover finished that first half on a 14-1 run against Franklin College. Franklin College had a 10-point lead at one point in this half. Hanover diminished that lead easily in the last 6 minutes of this contest and then just built off that momentum from there, leading to this three-point lead going into the half.
Yeah, that was – Franklin did not have a field goal since 5:14 left in the first half, and that was a Dylan Beverly layup. So since then, yeah, the Grizzlies' only bucket was that free throw from Justin Harrington. And, yeah, let's talk about what a shot from William Harold in that corner. Completely contested, pump fake, step back in rhythm. And was that his first attempted three of the day? Yes, it was. That was his first and only attempted three of the day, and of course he hit it.
I think that just shows how comfortable he is shooting from beyond the arc there. I mean, and the stats, show that 43 of 96 total on the year, tallying for just below 50%, 0.02 below 50%.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable on the year from him. And so now we're going to have 14 minutes until the second half starts. The Panthers hold a 3-point lead in what I'm sure is going to be a tightly contested second half. And then the women's game directly after. So do not leave us for this Valentine's Day basketball. We'll stay with you. 13.5 minutes. Come right back, second half. And welcome everybody back. The second half of what has been an amazing Franklin College versus Hanover game, and what a massive rivalry. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody watching.
Yeah, in that first half, Luke, we saw Hanover get real hot late. They ended the first half on a 14-1 run, causing this 3-point lead. That Franklin College did have a 10-point lead at one point.
Yeah, Grizzlies, they were up 36-26, and Beverly gets the first field goal since the 5-minute mark in the first half. 5 minutes left, and that was Beverly who scored the last one.
And Hanover pretty much played without McNair in those last 5 minutes as well. He had 2 early fouls. They kind of played very conservative with his minutes, making sure he didn't get that third one. So now that he's back on the court, Franklin College is going to need to keep an eye on him and maybe attack him more and get that third foul and make him play a little bit more scared.
Yep, and he set a hard screen there. Alexander wasn't to cash in, and McNabb, the pull-up J off the catch. And now Franklin with 2 early jumpers. They take the lead back, 41-40 in the first minute of this second half. And the ball went off Saunders' foot. It will be Hanover possession.
Yeah, luckily Saunders was able to kick that one away, or otherwise McNair was going to have a free look at the rim right there. He might have pulled the rim down with him because he was definitely going to go up and dunk that one if he had the ball there.
Freeman looking for McNair. Saunders fronting him. Walls, pump fake. He had the open shot. He kicks it out. Alexander. Miller, pump fake. Freeman. Great defense from Franklin. Walls has to fire it up at the end of the shot clock, and that's an air ball.
Yeah, and how about Franklin College getting their switches around the perimeter, not leaving any open space for Hanover to get a look beyond the perimeter, causing that near shot clock violation, which ultimately resulted in an air ball from Walls.
Yeah, the recovery perimeter defense there from Beverly and others, all incredible.
And Beverly's a guy that can really guard any position 1 through 5. I mean, at 6'5", he's got great size. He's got great length. He can even block 3-point shots. We've seen plenty of them.
And McNabb went up hard on the pump fake and got the foul. And I believe that's actually it looked like it was on McNair from up here, but they called it on Alexander. So Alexander will have the foul call. And, we were mentioning Cooper Matthews, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists on that triple-double watch. First free throw is no good for McNabb. But somebody else who might also be on that watch is C.J. Walls, who has 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists as well.
Yeah, just a couple Swiss Army knives for their respective teams. They're do-it-all players. They play hard defense. They crash the boards at all times, and they play so hard and so relentless at all times. Cooper Matthews, I mean, he's like a psychopath on the court.
Now Harold wide open. Oh no, he misses though. And what a rebound by C.J. Walls. He put that one in.
Yeah, you cannot leave William Harold for Hanover wide open like that. He's going to make you pay if he gets in stride. He gets that rhythm going. Just nearly a 50% three-point shooter on the season.
And they're going to call.
Oh, I do not agree with it. It looked like McNair shoved Saunders as he was trying to set a screen, and then Saunders kind of ran into, I believe, Miller or Alexander. I wasn't quite sure to see who, but McNair kind of gave him a push in the back there, and I believe he got away with it.
Yeah. As it's best said, it's not the person who tells the joke, it's the person who laughs who gets caught.
Very true, Luke, very true.
McNair nearly went out of bounds, though, after catching it in the post, but jumper no good, and now here come the Grizzlies. They trying to push the pace. Beverly on McNair. Saunders gets it down low on Walls. He goes around, kicks it out. McNabb pump fakes the 3, spin move all the way, draws the foul on Miller, and he's going to go to the line. Strong play from the senior McNabb.
Yeah, McNabb using his size, using his body to his advantage, getting to the lane, absorbing contact. Didn't quite get the and one, but he's going to send himself to the line and get a couple good looks here to regain this lead for Franklin College.
Yeah, and Miller might have gotten hit in a little bit of a soft spot.
Yeah, maybe got the wind knocked out of him. A little slow to get up, you know. Try to get back into this game, you know.
I mean, that was a physical play.
Oh, it was.
From McNabb. He leaned right into Miller, knowing the contact was there, and it was really good footwork from McNabb. A fake sneeze does not distract from Connor McNabb's free throw.
I'm really enjoying the dynamic that the crowd is playing in this basketball game. They are really getting into it, especially over here on the Hanover side. You know, they've got their own little chants that they brought into Spurlock. You know, they stomping their feet, they're getting coordinated chants going. And, you know, Franklin College, when they go on a streak, they just feed off the energy that the crowd provides them. You know, we saw it on the Cooper Matthews, you know, coast to coast, made walls fall. Oh, and speaking of which,
and a foul. They're going to call it on Cooper Matthews.
Man, I really thought they were going to get Cam Freeman for a foul there, a shove, but no, they're going to get Matthews with the blocking. You know, just another physical play. We've seen a lot of these physical plays early on.
Yeah.
As both teams, I mean, there's four personal fouls in 3 minutes total in this game.
I think Coach Hamilton.
In this half.
Yeah. No, I think Coach Hamilton talking to the refs saying, there, you know, 2 plays that were kind of 50-50 physical plays both went Hanover's way on the calls. But we're getting some defense chants here in the Spurlock Center. McNair gets doubled in the post. He kicks it out. Freeman pump fake. They kick it out. 3, no good. Beverly.
What a fight by Beverly against McNair and Walls there.
And Matthews trying to go all the way. Takes it and one! Points to the crowd. Gets some hype. The rim runner, Cooper Matthews.
That's just his game, Luke. He loves absorbing contact and making those physical plays at the rim on offense, getting to the free throw line, and he's going to set himself up for a nice three-point play here, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, just seeking it out. I mean, as soon as he gets into that fast break position, the first free throw, no good. He hesitates on the three-point line and then just goes on the left side, drawing the contact and making the play. Not able to convert the and one, just a 4-point lead for the Grizzlies. Good defense from Beverly is good job to draw the contact there from Davis Olson. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's just a good ball fake by Olson. Got Beverly off his feet, got into him. That's going to be a call that Olson gets every single time.
And we're going to get an official's timeout here. 46-42, 4 minutes played, 16 to go in this second half. Stay with us. Franklin holds a 4-point lead. And welcome back now after the break. Olson with a chance to shorten the deficit. The first one's no good.
Yeah, Olson fouled by Beverly on that shot there. That was Beverly's 3rd foul of the game. That's a key defensive player, even offensively for the Grizzlies. That is now on the bench. He provides a lot of great things defensively, and he does do that. He reflects that on the offensive end. He could shoot. He drives to the lane. That's a key piece sitting on the bench for Franklin College with 3 fouls now. They're going to need to rely on Ferris, Burney, McNabb, Spellman, in his place.
Yeah, Harrington driving. Matthews pull-up J is good. Matthews now with 12 points on the day, 3 for 9 from the field, but strong play overall. And now Harold, he got off the ball screen, it's good. Harold found his space and was able to cash in on his second three of the day.
Yeah, you got to get a hand in number 3's face in the blue jersey. He's going to make it pay with those open looks all game.
Yeah, now 2 for 3 from deep so far. A 2-point lead for the Grizzlies, 15 left to play in the half. Saunders working inside on Walls, and he puts it up easy.
Yeah, that's just a big man move by Saunders there. The little turnaround, one-handed off the glass, all day for Saunders.
Olsen on McNabb, trying to go all the way. No good, and a late foul call. So Olsen's now going to get a chance to go to the line and shoot 2. And that's the Grizzlies' 4th or 5th foul already this half. Refs have not been holding their whistle so far. First one is no good. Second free throw gets the roll. And so quick substitution. And there goes McNair. So McNair will come out of the game for a minute. Jack Miller comes into the game. Hanover going a little small ball here. And for Franklin, Saunders comes out. McNabb stays in, and Spellman comes in, so we get that big lineup, but with Jesse Ferris in.
And ever since we saw Hanover come out in that 1-3-1 to start the game, they have not set back into that set. They've been in man-to-man the rest of the game, and it's proven effective as the Grizzlies are only 3 for 7 from the 3, and all 3 of those 3-pointers came early in the first half.
Yep, haven't been attacking from beyond the arc. That 7th three they attempted was the half-court shot from Beverly.
And
prior to that, haven't shot really any.
So hopefully, and Harrington is 2 for 2 from beyond the line. So hopefully they try to get more creative looks for him beyond the arc, as he's found his rhythm early, just never able to really execute off the rhythm.
And Ferris with a lot of contact down low draws the foul, and he's going to shoot 2 now. 4 fouls on each side so far this half.
Jesse Ferris in the line, shooting 2.
First free throw's good for Ferris.
Yeah, and Luke, turnover is not really an issue for either team. There's been 9 total turnovers in this game, 4 for Hanover, 5 for Franklin College. So each team doing a really good job of protecting the ball and creating effective possessions on their respective ends of the courts when they're on offense.
Yeah, Franklin, it's definitely been good to see their offense still be really good, generative with points while not getting a lot of steals or any turnovers, which generally is how they project a lot of their offense.
Yeah, they're a team that loves to get out in those fast breaks.
Yep. And Walls found an open spot in the corner, no good. And Harold with a tough offensive rebound, now 3, Miller!
That's a play that's going to kill Hamilton. 2 offensive rebounds in that possession for Hanover, and it ends in a 3 to pull them within 2 points. This has been a really tough battle. You can't afford to give those second chance points on either end.
Yeah, and the second one coming from Harold down low. I mean, that's just when you have a guard getting offensive rebounds, that's always going to rub the other coach the wrong way a little more. Just a 2-point lead now. 13 minutes left to play in the second half. Matthews has space. He takes it all the way. Doesn't get the foul call. He wanted it. Beverly now on the tip out. And shot clock, I think, got reset.
It should have been reset. Matthews' drive definitely hit the rim. And if not, Spellman's putback rolled right off the rim. So I'm not sure what the confusion here is.
Neither am I, honestly. As I think that maybe one of them didn't hit the rim.
I believe
sure.
both of those attempts hit the rim.
That's what either way, Franklin holds possession, and they're going to get it now in the corner underneath the basket with only 8 seconds left on the shot clock. No idea what they called up here in the stoppage of play. Ferris, spin move, what a move! And he put it in! Miller went down off the move from Ferris, and the Grizzlies now hold a 4-point lead. 12:44 left to play.
Yeah, that was a great move by Ferris, but my attention, I was a little distracted because when the Franklin College inbounded the ball, the shot clock never started. So Ferris, with 8 seconds, when he got the ball, there was 8 seconds on the shot clock, and then he drove into the lane, put it up. There was still 8 seconds. There may be a technical error on the scores table down there because I believe there was confusion on whether the shot clock should have reset, and then the shot clock never officially began once Franklin College inbounded the ball. So just a lot of confusion overall on that possession. But regardless, Franklin College leads 54-50 with 12:45 left.
Yeah, I feel like we've had a lot of these issues at the scores table, or just on the scoreboard in general. I mean, either issues technically or just mistakes that we've had here at the Spurlock Center. Seems to be a theme either way. We've still got a great game. Doesn't matter. In the women's game, just to remind you, right after, if you have not been with us, the women's game, their senior day, also right after. Jordan Kuhn and Kate Breeden will be the two seniors that will be honored as now both teams come out of the huddle.
And, you know, you love senior night, you love the environment that it provides, but when you're a team that only loses 3 guys, that's got to be a great sign for your depth. And then on the women's side, you lose two gals, and I mean, one of them being Jordan Kuhn, your best offensive player all year, and she's been the leader for the last couple of years now for the Grizzlies. But since you're only losing 2 seniors, that's just a great sign for your depth and just the program that you're overall building on Coach Blanche's end in her first year.
Yeah, and that women's team's second in the HCAC conference, so they will host a tournament game here at the Spurlock Center. The men's team needing a win today if they want a chance to host a tournament game. Currently 6th in the standings, Hanover 5th. And Walls with a strong take to the rim. And Harrington trying to be fast.
Wasting 0 time to get the ball down to the other end. Maybe look for an easy go-ahead bucket, or remain-ahead bucket.
And backdoor pass from Ferris. What a time, but Harrington wasn't able to finish on the reverse. He draws the foul.
That was great court vision there by Ferris. I'm not sure how he was able to get that ball to Harrington through probably 2 or 3 Hanover defenders. I mean, from the three-point line all the way down to the baseline. That's a risky pass to make, but it pays out in the end.
First free throw is good for Harrington. And so Connor McNabb and Saunders will come into the game for Dylan Beverly and Will Spellman. Second one rolls out, so only a 3-point lead now for the Grizzlies. 12 minutes to play.
I'm wondering when McNair will come back in for Hanover.
Me as well. He'll probably be in for the rest of the day. When he does, trying to keep him out of foul trouble. He does have 2.
What a take by Matthews. You know, you look down for maybe a split second at your stat sheet there, and the rim runner takes it right to the left side, finishes it with the right.
Too easy for the strong guard. 12, 5, and 6 on the day from Matthews. Floater from Freeman's no good. Franklin looking for momentum, a 5-point lead. Matthews gets back to Harrington off the handoff, no good. McNabb with a tough offensive rebound, another one for him. Matthews, no good. Miller comes down with the board, and Hanover trying to reply. And Harold on the take. three, no good. Harold with an offensive rebound. Another one from the guard.
Man, I mean, he stands at 6'2", but he's playing like he's 6'8" right now. William Harold for Hanover, getting a couple offensive rebounds in this game now and sending himself to the line on a couple of those second chance efforts. Just not something you want to see on the Grizzly end when a 6'2" guard is down there kind of bullying his way into the paint and getting those second chance efforts.
No, and I'm sure that'll be something discussed in the huddle with Coach Hamilton and his Grizzlies squad. So we'll be right back with you after a break. 11 minutes to play. Grizzlies hold a 5-point lead. And now coming back out of the break.
William Harold at the line, shooting 2.
And Harold will go to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and in. And Harold. Second one is good as well.
Hanover starting to come out into a full court press now, try and force some turnovers by the Grizzlies or just some pressure, but look at the Grizzlies just breaking that press in
So easy.
like 3 seconds flat.
We haven't seen a lot of the pressure do either team much good today. And now Wilson working with it. Gets it down, McNabb from deep in the corner! Connor McNabb, the senior, with a huge day.
You know, that's his first 3, but he hit a long 2 to start the game for Franklin College that we thought was a 3. It was ruled a 2 ultimately. He's 2 for 2 now from outside that perimeter area. We'll see maybe if he gets more rhythm going and maybe he can get a couple more shots up.
Yeah, he's had a very strong day starting. 12 points, 4 rebounds. He's 5 for 6 from the free throw line as well.
A presence in the paint that Franklin College has needed all season, and it's specifically in this one when you got a guy like McNair and Sheldon Gatlin standing at 6'7" each.
Yeah, and Gatlin has provided some good defensive ability for Hanover. As now Harold kicks it down low to McNair, and Matthews blocked it, and he can't believe.
And he's going to get called for the foul as well.
For that foul. And that will push Hanover into the bonus. So the 1-and-1 bonus now. Franklin got their 7th foul. Hanover's got 5, so Franklin has some work to do if they want to get into that as well.
And
Matthews,
not only
no, you're good. Matthews, I was just saying about still justifying his case to the referee.
yeah, now pleading his case to Hamilton. But as you said, the bonus, Hanover gets their way into the bonus easily into this second half with 10 minutes remaining. Franklin College is going to need to be very, very careful not to let them get into the second bonus early on or let them create off of this bonus entry as in a close battle like this with still 10 minutes left.
Yep. It's going to be something to keep an eye on that will definitely impact the game down the line, especially once we get near double bonus time. Just under 10 to play now. And Wilson, what a spin move. The floater! The friendly roll. The freshman starter, Nate Wilson, with another one. That was actually his first bucket on the day, and Walls with a nice little reverse layup and brings the lead back within 5.
Yeah, and every Grizzly that has played in 10 minutes or more in this game has now scored with that Nate Wilson floater right there. Just a lot of great ball movement, and everybody getting a piece of the pie here at Franklin College on their offense.
And now Benny Powell open in the corner. Too much on it. Matthews came down with the rebound, put it up and in. Tough play from Cooper Matthews. His 6th rebound on the day.
Yeah, he's everywhere 16 on the court right now.
And a 3, Harold. He is just too efficient. 3 for 4 from 3 now. Or 3 for 5, sorry, from 3. William Harold 60% on the day from deep. It's just a 4-point game. We're going to get a triple substitution here from the Grizzlies soon. With Beverly, Harrington, and Ferris is now McNabb. Pump fakes the 3.
Yeah, and Harold only averages 8 points a game. He's got 17 right now in this contest.
He had 19 in Hanover's last game. Matthews kicks it to McNabb. Only a few on the shot clock. He's got to shoot it. And he misses, and Miller came down awkward. No travel called. Some fans were wanting it. And now Walls from deep. No good.
And he has had no success from beyond the 3-point line today. I believe he's 0 for 4 now.
Yeah, 0 for 4 from deep, 5 for 12 overall from the field. So a good overall day from besides the arc, but not beyond it.
And that's usually where he creates most of his success for Hanover College.
Yeah, 38% 3-point shooter on the year. He shot over 100 threes on the year as well. So now Cooper Matthews is going to come out of the game with Saunders and Nate Wilson. So I think there was a little substitution confusion, but Harrington, Benny Powell, McNabb, Ferris, and Beverly, a big lineup. Harrington's open from deep. No good off the loose ball, and that ball gets tipped. It's going to stay with the Grizzlies, it looks like. Or I think it will, but we're going to get a timeout on the floor.
I'm a little confused how 2 guys in Ferris and Jack Miller end up on the floor there and not a whistle was blown. Very physical play on both for both players right there, and you know the refs holding their whistle and sometimes not. They've been a little here and there with how they're kind of calling this game.
Yeah,
on both ends as well.
Yeah, it has been relatively even on both ends. Just somewhat inconsistent. I'm not even trying to judge the calling.
We've seen physical plays that get a call, and we've seen physical plays that's like play on. It's been a little weird dynamic here.
And only 2 Grizzlies in double figures, 3 Panthers in double figures, including Jack Miller. We've already mentioned Walls and Harold. And let's just talk about how silent McNair has been in the second half. And he did sit out for a decent amount of that time and only came in at about the 11-minute mark. But since then, he still hasn't done anything. He only has 8 points and 5 rebounds. He had 8 and 4 at one point we mentioned during the first half. So he has been completely silent in the second half so far. We'll see if they try to go to him more.
Yeah, you are totally right, Luke. He's the only starter for Hanover who hasn't hit 20 minutes played yet, and he is, I would say, the most vocal and just leader of this team. I mean, he's 17 and 11, speaks for itself on the year. I'm surprised that Hanover hasn't incorporated him more onto the court. It looks like head coach John Miller has a completely different game plan for how they want to utilize their big man here.
And Hanover's done a good job keeping this game close and making sure it's competitive, and it has been back and forth for what has been all day. Is 8 minutes left to play now. We're getting into crunch time. Both teams needing this win. Hanover 3-6 in their last 9 games. Franklin lost their last 3.
Yeah, both of these teams fighting for air essentially in the standings. They're tied. Oh, what a great move by McNabb there.
Yeah, McNabb taking it all the way on the reverse layup at the end of the shot clock, extending the lead to 6.
And he's had a fantastic game here on senior night, and that's just great to see for him. Hamilton very unpleased with the foul call there.
Yeah, blocking foul on Harrington, and Hamilton might have been yelling, and yep, the jacket has come off.
is off. Chris Hamilton means business now, ladies and gentlemen.
It always seems to come in the close games or anything happens. He had a technical foul last game, and
then he just popped it right off. I mean, we get into some serious business. Rolling up his sleeves now, starting to get his hands dirty. Gonna have to
get into it a little bit.
Yep.
What's going to be a competitive and hard finish. Beverly, what a pump fake. Put it up and in on the finger roll. Dylan Beverly extends the lead to 8 for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, just making Cam Freeman look silly there when he was jumping up for the defense there.
And Alexander not able to get space. McNair on McNabb. Double team. He throws it away. Good double team down low on the block. And Franklin steals the possession.
Yeah, and McNabb kind of like playing defense with his back to McNair. Yeah. A very untraditional defensive stance for McNabb, but he makes it work, and McNair throws it straight to the front row. And Franklin College now feeding off the energy. You know, they've got a good strand of offense going and some defensive stops. They got an 8-point lead. They're looking for a big senior night home win here.
Yeah, it seemed. I mean, the thing is with that, the play where he's defending with his back against the basket, that's honestly probably one of the smarter plays you can do there, because when you're giving your front to your opponent, your natural instinct is your arms are going to go down to try and block that shot. But when you have McNabb and his back is just against McNair, it's going to throw McNair off, number one. And McNabb just sticking his arms up, he's not going to end up really fouling him. The only person who can foul there is Jesse Fairs, which allows him to tie it up and get a little bit, more into trying to take the ball away. It cut off the passing lane, and McNair threw it away.
Yep, very unconventional, but at the end of the day, whatever works.
Yeah. And Franklin has been able to win in the paint today, I believe. Last time out against Hanover, Hanover played really well in the paint, had over 40 points in the paint. Franklin, I don't even think, had 30, or they had around that number. But Franklin this time 30 points in the paint compared to Hanover's 20. So Franklin doing a much better job dominating down low. And McNabb, they're going to get him for a travel. Shuffled his feet. And now here comes Cooper Matthews back into the game for McNabb. 6.5 minutes left to play in the second half. An 8-point lead for the Grizzlies, extending it slowly but surely.
Yeah, we're starting to get into that point of the game where every single possession counts, and every possession could mean a win or a loss for either team.
And Harold found some space, no good. Nice pass from McNair, but Walls came down with the offensive board and put it in.
That's how you make every single possession count. Second chance points, I'm going to be looking for who gets those second chance efforts and how they end up impacting the rest of this game.
And a three from Matthews, no good. Hanover, just under 6 to play, down 6. And Harrington, and he's going to get called for the foul. He was wrapping his defender up there. And that's the 9th foul on the Grizzlies. They're 1 away from sending Hanover into a double bonus. This will be 1-and-1 free throws.
Yeah, that was Harrington's 3rd foul as well. So the Grizzlies now with 2 guys on the court with 3 fouls, and Dylan Beverly and Justin Harrington, 2 guys on offense that provide a boost, but also defense, are very relentless on the ball. You cannot afford to lose those guys or have them play scared the rest of the game. You need everyone playing as physical as you possibly can for the rest of this 5 minutes and 45 seconds that we have.
And that free throw rimmed in and out. Franklin caught a break. No 1-and-1 free throws as they steal the possession essentially. But Beverly in the corner didn't want to shoot it. And a no-look pass from Matthews to Ferris down low. Harrington off the catch. Good! Justin Harrington cashes in from deep in a 9-point lead.
Yeah, Harrington 3 for 5 now from 3. Gets his first 3-point basket since the first half. We'll see if he can build more momentum off of that.
And McNair, open space. He goes up with it. Good defense from Saunders. McNair's no good. Still hasn't scored in the second half. Beverly fakes the 3. He's got room. Floater. No good. McNair comes down with it. Alexander, good defense
by Harrington.
Slid his feet, and Harrington goes down, loses the ball, and Miller throws a three up, no good in transition.
My goodness.
Bodies are flying at the Spurlock Center.
Yeah, it looked like Harrington slipped or maybe even tripped on the foot of Jeremy Alexander there on that fast break after he got the steal.
Seemed to maybe be a little bit of a makeup call as both players kind of went down and lost the ball, and they didn't want to call it either way. And Beverly misses the bunny, which would have extended it to an 11-point lead. Everyone just gasped as soon as he missed it.
And now you leave Miller wide open in the corner. Oh, but he doesn't make you pay there.
2 straight missed threes from Miller. Quick at the shot clock, too. Saunders open down low, and Matthews with a great outlet pass, but Saunders wasn't able to finish, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Matthews has been doing all game. You know, he's scoring. He's got the most points in this game for the Grizzlies with 16, but he's also doing a great job of setting up his teammates. He's got 6 assists in this contest. He's just been doing a great job offensively. He's a Swiss Army knife for this offense.
So Franklin will go to the line. 71-62 with a chance to take a double-digit lead. 4 minutes left to play. It's coming down to the wire. We'll be right back with you. And welcome back after the break. Exactly 4 minutes left to play. Saunders going to shoot 2 at the line here. And for those who have been watching, you already know, but any of those tuning in, the women's game directly after this one on what is a senior day rivalry game. The ref trying to fix the net here. But Jordan Kuhn and Kate Breeden in what will be their last home regular season game as Saunders misses the first. And Hanover fans banging the stands, but
He's
Saunders
gonna break that
makes
chair
the
if he
second.
doesn't calm down.
Yeah. Seems to be getting pretty intense, but Alexander. Hanover with a little bit of urgency, down 10 now.